Hey, what's up, y'all? Back with another video, just making sure I get these in. And this is the Shimmer. You see the white box, you know it's a women's Air Jordan 4, but it's got two layers of paper. It's a white paper that's more like a tissue paper. And then there's the 23 paper, which we don't get to see that often anymore. This used to be in all of the Jordan boxes that were the black with the gold logo on it. Now that most of the Jordan boxes are, yeah, you still see it in the mids and stuff like that. Yeah, you do. But the Shimmer dropped today, and my first thought was, my goodness, this looks like a Hender Scheme. And I don't know how many of you guys thought the same thing, but this lavender shoestring that's in here is just, this is a beautiful shoe. If my daughter cared enough about, you know, retros, man, this would be her shoe. I would get this for her. My wife doesn't care, but it looks like a Hender Scheme. This kind of Veg Tan look is incredible. That heel, I'm going to do a close-up. Once again, the fold on the Jordan 4s is always super clean across the top. This one has a little bit more puckering on it, but that chrome Jumpman right there, excellent. I want to get to the close-up, but the first thing I'm going to have to do is give you guys the label and all of that good stuff, and then we'll get to the close-up. But more importantly, I actually want to go to the Air Jordan 4 Retro SP Union, right? And I'm doubling up on this. I probably won't do an individual video. I'll probably do a comparison and just say, you know what, check out the Union 4 versus the Shimmer. So I'm pulling this out. And the one thing that you immediately recognize is that the paper has an adjusted on the Union. If you've never seen the paper on the Union before, when Jordan has his head bowed, it's not an NBA logo on the paper here. So if you haven't paid attention to it, you've missed it. There's a Union logo that's right here. Now, Union is a shop that started in New York, and this is now in Los Angeles. There's no New York store anymore, but it's nice to be able to do a comparison of the shoes to see what exactly was changed on the Shimmer versus the Union 4. And the first thing you notice is the Jumpman, right? The hang tag. The Shimmer does not have a hang tag. There's no hang tag on the Shimmer. There is an extra set of laces. There are an extra set of laces on the Union, right? And we get this folded over tongue look where it's stitched down to the upper, where, not the upper, but the tongue itself, where it's ripstop on the tongue, and it's folded over and you get a Union logo that's underneath the Air Jordan, which is the folded over portion of the tongue. Now, what am I talking about here? On the back of the Shimmer, you have that upside down Air Jordan that you always have. They folded it over, so now you get a clear-cut look at the Air Jordan that's on the back of the tongue, and the tongue looks shorter and cut off. Also, here on the Union, this piece of TPU that's up to the eyelets, it's cut out on the regular shoe. It's not cut out on the medial or the lateral side of the shoe. You also get a Union 1991 to 2021. It's the 30th anniversary celebration of Union, which was founded in New York and is now in LA. Super thick cut on the Union. Unlike the Jordan 4, like the Shimmer, where you have a really thin cut of leather, the leather here, the suede here, is extremely thick. So I guess this is turning into a combination video. So I want to put this up here, and I'll keep it a combination video. I'm not going to do two separate videos for this. I'll move the camera up, and I'll do that. I'll call this the Shimmer versus Union video, right? The Shimmer information. Women's Air Jordan 4 Retro. The color is Shimmer Metallic Silver. The SRP is $190. The style code is DJ0675200. You got your RFID, and you can actually see the chip underneath the label right there. You can see it pretty clearly. It's square right there behind it. So we know we're good on that chip, and we want to make sure we look for that. This is the size 8. The size 8 of the Shimmer, the size 8 UPC, the size 8 for the Shimmer, not the Union, is 195, 238, 853, 686, and there's a 14 at the end. Now that's the size 8 on the Union, and this is an 8.5. I mean, not the Union, but the Shimmer. This is an 8.5 on the Union. And what I'm going to do is pick up this box and do the same thing for you guys. SRP is bumped up to $225, of course. It's the Air Jordan 4 Retro SP. The color is Desert Moss, turquoise blue. Style code is DJ5718. And I'm looking to see if I can see that chip underneath there, and I can see it. And I almost tempted to pull this label back on this shoe, just on GP, to see if I can see that chip back there. But I don't want to mess it up, just in case, you know, the homie brought these in, so I have to make sure he's good. But this is an 8.5, and I said the style code is DJ5718. It is a real label. It is a real chip back there behind it. That's why it's so difficult to take off. Remember in the fake video, it was much easier for me to slide that sticker off. You kind of know. $225 on the SRP. The UPC for the 8.5 is 195240633. 382 with a 14 at the end. Now, that's the union. And once again, I'll move this up and I'll talk about the paper on this shoe as well. But what I want to do is jump into the inside of the box on the shimmer. And I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to move this up and see if we have a stamp. And we do not have a stamp for checking our QC on the shimmer. And I'm just taking